control me. But as I'm running the streets, I started getting into deeper and deeper drugs. At the age of 18, I put the first needle in my arm. And for the next 15 years, I could not stop. It got worse and worse and worse. I went to prison 4 times. I spent 13 years of my life in the penitentiary. This last time, they sentenced me to 6 years. I did 5 years and 7 months in administrative segregation. I was by myself 23 hours a day. I only came out for 1 hour for recreation. But there was times that I would refuse it for months because I felt so lonely, so empty, so angry, so bitter. I hated the world. I hated myself. But when I came home, I had a wonderful woman that was waiting for me. But sooner or later, I ended up shooting dope again. And for the next year and a half, this is what I told myself, I can do 1 dime. No, you can't. But I shot that 1 dime, guys. And for the next year and a half, the enemy dragged me through the dirt. And he buried me under the concrete. I ended up homeless. I ended up with an infection in my spine. I was days away from being paralyzed from the waist down. When I went to the hospital, they couldn't believe that I had been walking around 90 days with an infection in my spine that was eating away at my vertebrae. So when I ended up coming home, little by little, they warned me. They said, if you go home shooting dope again, I have to warn you as your doctor, you're going to poison your body and you're going to die. What do you think was the first thing that I did a week later? I shot dope again. But you know what, fella? I lost everything. I lost my wife. My mom turned her back on me. My sisters turned their back on me. I was homeless. I was living under a bridge. I had no hope. I had nothing. I felt so alone that I wanted to die. I started crying because you know what? I was tired of being a dope fiend. Everybody used to tell me that I was going to die a drug addict. And at the end, I started believing, maybe everybody's right. I was down to 140 pounds, guys. I was wearing different colored shirt, different colored socks. I was drinking water out of a water spigot. I wasn't eating food. I had been with 6 days without sleeping, without eating. I ended up homeless. Nobody wanted me. And I was under a bridge on August the 1st of 2009. And I remember looking at my arms. I still have tracks to show you that I'm not lying. I looked at my arms. I had blood running down. And I started crying because I knew, I never thought that I would end up a drug addict. As I'm sitting under that bridge, I started crying because I said, Lord, if this is why you made me, I'd rather be dead. Honest to God, I just didn't know how to die. So every time I would get dope, I would fill up my syringe and shoot it up thinking this will do it. But no. But then one day I started crying, right? Because I said, Lord, if you're real, please help me. I don't want to be a drug addict anymore, but I just don't know how to stop. It was August the 1st, 10:30 at night. I'm standing in the wall. A few hours later, I hustled up enough money to shoot dope again. As I'm standing by the wall, I see 3 guys approaching me. And few years before, they had put a contract on my life. So I already had people that were wanting to kill me. The first thing that came to my mind was, man, they're going to kill me. But then I said, it's probably just the cops going to roll up on there was a shooting gallery. And this is what I said, either way it goes, they'll do me a favor. But as they're approaching me, I'm standing like this with a syringe. And as first thing they came up, and this is what they told me. Hey, we're from Outcry in the Barrio. We want to let you know that Jesus loves you. And you know what? The next thing that these 3 homeboys told me was this. Remember, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, guys. We had homeboys out there under a bridge where I was at by myself. They told me this. Hey, Jesus sent us to tell you that you don't have to live like this anymore. And you know what? That moment, I felt something that I had never felt in my life. I felt someone hugging me because I knew in my heart that Jesus had heard my cry. And that night, the 3 homeboys, up to this day, I still don't know who they are. But they led me to the Lord and they prayed over me. I came to the home. God restored my life. He delivered me. He broke the chains of addiction. I am free today. It's been 6 years. So if you hear me out there, if you can hear my voice and you feeling that there's no hope for your life, if you feel that you're buried under the concrete, there's nothing, and I mean nothing, that Jesus cannot penetrate. And that's why tonight I give him all the glory and the praise. Jesus!